Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. We're going to go outside here for a minute. Now here's what's funny, not that it's funny, the wind is blowing. It is definitely cold outside. Down in town they're saying it's 4 degrees with a wind chill of -11. So probably up here we're looking at about 2 below zero. And the wind chill is probably about 20 below. But we did not have any snow. I mean, I had a dusting this morning on stuff, and that was it. I'll show you. I'm going to go over here, and we're going to look at the solar real quick. And I'm going to show you this here. I'm going to go in here, turn this on. Alright, let's see. Actually not a bad day, believe it or not, even though it's as cold as it is. We pulled in 0.7 on this one, and we pulled in 0.5 on this one. So we pulled in 1.2 kilowatt hours of solar today for, you know, January 5th here. Not too bad. I don't know if I said that. It's January 5th, 2018. And it's a Friday, so yeah, so we didn't get a lot of snow here with this storm coming up through. Okay, so first of all, let me correct a couple things. People in the north know how to drive in the bad conditions. I had somebody call me out on it, and I had to apologize. It's just not New Yorkers. The people in the north, we know how to drive in the snow. People in the south do not, because they don't have the experience like we do. So that, let me just get that out of the way first, and so that's cleared up. All right. Solar panels did really good today. Like I said, as far as this time of year for us, that's not bad at all. Days are starting to get longer, which is also nice. So hopefully those will be, you know, better. So I wanted to talk about the polar vortex that this bomb cyclone that came up through pulled this polar vortex down out of Canada. Canada, I would like to tell you, you can have your polar vortex back. You can have it back. You can have your cold temperatures back. We've had enough of it. It's enough. We don't like it here. So, anyway, here's my boys. He was actually something else. So he's going inside. Probably a bit hard because it's really windy. Come on, Max. Whew, okay. So, hold on a second. So anyway, guys, show you the wood pile here. We got all the wood lined up in here, and it's not in the way or anything, but somebody had made the comment, well, why don't you just go out a couple times a day and bring in wood? Well, okay, watch out, guys. Whew, okay, the main reason that I don't do that is because when it's this time of year, it is so freaking cold. I would rather have the wood inside. It gives it a couple things happen with doing that. If there's any kind of moisture in the wood after it sits in here for a day or two, because of the wood stove and it's drying everything out, it dries it all up. So that's one of the reasons why I don't do that. Okay. So anyway, so let's talk about this major storm here that we had. That is because of this bomb cyclone. And I couldn't remember the name of it yesterday, so I apologize. But the bomb cyclone has come up through Florida. Is it affecting the whole East Coast? I know that you know, Pennsylvania got hit with some decent snows. New York City, you know, and then up the West Coast. And I know that like up in Maine and all that area up there in New Hampshire and all that, those guys are really getting hit. So I feel bad for you. I'm getting hit with that snow. We just have the really, really cold temperatures and the wind. So the kids' school today was closed because of the temperatures, because the wind chills were going to be anywhere from 25 below to 30 below zero with the wind chill. The temperature high was forecast to be 4 or 5 degrees today. Tonight is supposed to get really down there as well. When I got home this morning, it was -6 here at the homestead this morning when I got home. That was the temperature. So with the wind chill, I don't even know what it was, but it was freaking cold. I can tell you that. So one of the things too, I don't think I mentioned this. So yesterday, because I knew the next couple days were really going to be cold here. So one of the things that I did, I topped off my antifreeze in my car just to make sure that it was completely full and ready to go, and there wasn't going to be any issues. And it didn't really take a lot, but I topped it off anyway, just because rather be safe than sorry. Keeping your fluids in good standing is really important, especially, like I said, with this type of weather. You really don't want to get stranded. You don't want your heat going out. You don't want your windshield wipers freezing up and not working. So, you know, that's definitely, you know, a thing with that. It's, I got water on right now because I'm about to have some tea. So, Heather just had some hot chocolate, so she's chilling out with that. But, anyway, guys, the best advice I can give anybody, because you saw how long I stayed outside, maybe 2 minutes max. It is really, really cold. It's dangerous, you know, and then if you have, you know, you're getting the snow on top of it, and then with the blowing wind, it's very, very dangerous. If you don't have to go out, don't go out. Now, I have tonight off, so I'm not going anywhere tonight. Well, we're going to go down to town. Heather has her art show today, so we're definitely going to do that, but other than that, we're not doing anything. We're going to have a low-key day, and that's what we're doing. And that's what we've done so far. It's about 3 in the afternoon right now. Is it 3? Hold on, let me just... Yeah, I think it's 3 o'clock. And so, yeah, it's, you know, the weather's very, very bitterly cold. The winds... See, I don't mind the cold. I mean, it could be -6 degrees, and without the wind, it's not really that bad. But with the winds, that's what just kills you, because that wind comes through and it just cuts through just like a knife. So that's no fun. But anyway, so we got the fire going nice. It's kicking off some serious heat. The house has been fine. It's been very comfortable. I got home this morning. The kids were asleep. There were still hot coals. I refed the fire, got the fire going, and then I went to bed. By the time I woke up, you know, it was back down to hot coals again. And just got it fired back up again, and it's very, very comfortable in the house. It gets to a point, if we keep things wide open, which we don't even have it wide open right now, but when we have it wide open, we got to have the windows open, even in sub-zero temperatures. So, I mean, the house is very well insulated. We did a really good job with everything when we built it, you know, on the inside here, because I had the shell brought in. But we really made sure that it was squared away on the inside, and it really made a big difference. Much, much more comfortable. If you get too hot, I know, like with my room, I have the door, and Heather's got a door on her room. They just close. She'll close her door, and I'll close my door, and it keeps it actually cooler in our rooms, which is, you know, when it gets too hot, that's good. Eddie's got a curtain over his area, and that way he doesn't stay so hot. You got your window open? Eddie? No? Okay. Yeah, so he normally has his window open if it gets too hot up there for him, so he doesn't even have the window open. So, but it's definitely a cold day here at the homestead. I'm really pleased as far as, like, you know, getting the solar that we've been getting in. We've been on, you know, running on the solar, and so our increase in solar this year is definitely making a difference. That we had, you know, because we had increased our solar panels last year, and it's really made a difference. Once we do another increase this year, I think it's going to make a huge difference in what we're bringing in, and I'm looking forward to it. I mean, there's a lot of work to do, and you know, we're going to get it done here. But unfortunately, this time of year, there's really not a lot of outside things that you can do. So that's why one of the things that I had talked about was doing an inventory of your supplies, going through, making sure like your cans are good, that there's not any issues as far as denting or swelling of your cans. Not denting so much, but I mean, you can get dented cans, but as long as the cans are not swollen And you can usually tell if there's an issue with your cans. So that's something to keep an eye on. But anyway, that's what we're doing today. We're the cats, you know, been in and out. The boys been out. The girls haven't gone out at all. I guess there must be the smart ones. But Buddy's been out hunting again, and like I said, I had opened the back door to let Max out, and he was eating whatever he had hunted. So he's my hunter. He's my main guy as far as hunting goes. The other ones all hunt too, but not like him. He loves being out there even if it's cold, but he don't want to stay out long, which I don't blame him. So anyway, I hope everybody's being safe. Please, like I said, if you don't have to travel with this type of weather, if you're in the Northeast, please don't. If you're along the coast, you know, and with what's, you know, with this frigid cold and the winds, if you don't have to be out there, don't be out there. But you know, again, let me just say, Canada, please take your polar vortex back. You can have it. You can have that cold temperature. Alaska, you too, guys, take it all back. You can have it. You know, it's really affecting a lot of the country, and I mean, I just had somebody made a comment that their pool froze in Florida, and I saw on Facebook of an iguana, I think it was, or a lizard, or some kind of something down in Florida, froze to death and fell out of a tree. So that's freaking cold. You know, if it's that cold down in Florida, you know, the rest of us are getting hit pretty good. So, like I said, it's wintertime. It's what we deal with. You know, I've heard a lot of talk of solar minimum. Okay, here's the thing is, and this is, I mean, I don't know if it's a solar minimum or not, but here's the thing. You're going to have mild winters, and you're going to have cold, crappy winters. It's just what we get. It's a cycle of every year. It's a crapshoot. You don't know what it's going to be. So, you know, that we've had a stretch here of a couple weeks of really, really cold weather. That's part of the cycle, guys. I mean, if you think it's a solar minimum, then that's fine. I mean, I don't know. I just I'm not. I haven't done enough research on it to give you an honest opinion. I'm just washing the water. I really haven't done a lot of research on it, but I do know that we go in cycles. We had 2 very mild winters in a row up here at the homestead, and I kind of figured we were due for a pretty cold winter. Now you know, we've gotten some snow, but nothing where it's been unmanageable. You know, we haven't gotten dumped with 25 inches of snow in one shot. Now, is there a possibility that's going to happen this winter? Probably. You know, but if it happens, we'll deal with it. You know, it's just part of what we deal with. So, like I said, we had 2 very mild winters in a row. This winter just happens to be a crappy cold winter, and so that's what happens. But oh, countdown is down to 13 now, from what I was talking about yesterday, and one person, like I said, knows what that means, and we'll talk about that once we hit the number, once we're done. So, but the countdown's down to 13. You know, one of the things, like I said, and I recommend it because I think it's really important, is, like I said, I've talked about food a lot, and you guys know that, and I keep hammering on food. But if you can add to your freeze-dried food, that's really important, because it's something that you don't have to worry about rotation. With a 25-year shelf life, you don't have to worry about anything. Basically, you get it, you put it in a cool, dry place, and you can forget about it. And that's a good feeling to have, and it's there, and all you got to do is add, you know, hot water to it, and you're going to have a really nice, tasty meal. Like I said, in all my videos, I have the link below to Legacy Foods. I highly recommend them. We've done like 4 reviews so far, and like I said, Heather and I will be doing another review here shortly. Just haven't gotten to it yet with everything that's been going on. But they're really, really good, and I highly recommend them because I eat them myself. So if I don't like something, or if Heather don't like something, she's going to tell you. So especially kids don't lie, and I don't lie either. I'm honest to a fault. When Legacy contacted me, I told them I would do the reviews on the food and stuff like that, but I also told them I would do an honest review, that I wouldn't lie. So that's, and I've stuck with that. But definitely something that I recommend. Larger proportion sizes over the other, you know, freeze-dried foods. I've had a couple people mention, oh, Thrive this or Thrive that. Proportion size, Legacy has the best proportion size. In cost, if you look at according to the proportion size, Legacy is actually cheaper in the long run. So your call, get whatever kind you want, whatever you're comfortable with, but I'm sticking with Legacy just because, like I said, I'm not a little tiny guy. I'm 220 pounds, so I want to have a meal. I don't want to have, you know, a little bitty, what they call a proportion. I want the proportion size for Legacy is, you know, like 1.5 times, you know, where the other one is 1. It's 1.5, you know, for Legacy. So that was definitely a huge selling point for me with them. So anyway, check it out if you're interested. Do what you want to do. But long-term food storage, freeze-dried food should be part of your plan as far as having food put away. So that being said, I hope everybody's doing well. Like I said, we're just going to sit here and we're going to stay warm. We're going to go down and check out Heather's art show today. And so I'm looking forward to doing that with her, because that's obviously very important to her. And so that makes it important to me. And so anyway, guys, remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. And I've had a lot of people contact me about that saying and saying that, and how it really struck home with them when they had lost somebody. And I really want you guys to think about that before they're gone. Make sure you tell them, because you just, like I said, you never know. You never know when's going to be the last day. We don't get a playbook that said you're going to be great until right here, and then it's all going to crap. You know, we just don't know. So, and remember, guys, STD, it's one step at a time, one thing at a time, one day at a time. Whatever your goals are, whatever you're trying to reach, whatever you're trying to do, you can do it. And the only one that's going to stop you from getting there is yourself. Nobody else is going to. Okay? So, have a great day. Please be safe. It's Friday, so have a wonderful weekend. Tonight into tomorrow is even going to be colder than today. So, you know, I'm not going to try to like hammer on the weather, but I want to share it with you guys. And I hope you enjoy, okay? I will talk to you all tomorrow. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.